Welcome, guys. My name is Jacob. I'm from Callstack, and today we are at the React Native EU 2023. With me, my beautiful guest speakers on today's conference. Could you guys please introduce yourself?
Yeah, my name is Tommy. I'm a principal software engineer at Microsoft.
And I'm Lorenzo. I'm a senior software engineer at Microsoft. We work together in the office organization.
Great. So I was listening to your talk, but I would like you to talk a little bit more for our viewers. So if you could just give us a brief overview of what was your talk about today.
So our talk is about our experience as engineers in Microsoft that work on the developer experience side of making a product. So we don't necessarily work directly on the product code, but we help other engineers in our company to, develop and submit features and new experiences to our host apps. So like Outlook or Teams or whichever it is, Office. And our talk is about our experience in like trying to make life better for everyone, and also like making those tools open source so that the entire React Native community can, leverage our learnings, and also how our leadership lately have been asking us to raise the bar of React Native and what is the next evolution of this technology and what's stopping us from using like web code directly in React Native.
All right. And there was a live demo, even two of them,
There were
right?
two, yeah.
Would you like to tell us what was that about? Because that was really great. I was sitting, on my toes watching it. So
Yeah, sure. One of the biggest pain points of React Native is upgrading, right? Like you probably saw, if you look at the React Native upgrade helper, the diff is huge, right?
Yeah.
And our kind of experience with that is it's super painful. And so we made this test app and we made a bunch of tools around it to make that easier, more automated. And so in our demo, we showed off like we had a repository already using React Native test app. And then we ran this one command, we upgraded React Native, and that was it. That was that, and
Magic.
nothing more. Yeah.
Right. And I'm speaking on behalf of the whole community by, I guess, thank you for making our lives easier. All right, that's lovely. So why do you think it matters? Like the topic that you were talking about, the subject you were talking about, why do you think it matters in the community in general?
I think it's there are multiple parts about it, but one of them is that everyone working in React Native really wants to see that the big players, the big partners, so people like Callstack, Microsoft, Meta, are still very invested in React Native, and they really are trying to, change the status quo constantly. Like the React Native has been around for, I think, 8 years, if not even 10. 10 is React, but basically, even if it's been around for so long, we're not done with it yet. We're not bored. We're not like, oh, this is stale now. No, we keep working on it. We still have new ideas, and we keep like the momentum going and making it better constantly because we know they can be better. And I think that having that aspect of like communicating and sharing these visions and, trying to make everyone feel that they can trust this technology and be like, yeah, this is a solid technology because these companies are using it, are betting heavily on it. That's, I think, one of the main goals that we have with a talk like this. Is not necessarily like to try and convince you to use a certain library or product. It's more like, this is good, this is how we use it, and it can be better. Let's share the vision and let's work together to get there.
Yeah, I totally agree. From what I've seen while you were on the stage, I can agree that this is what you're heading for. And it's great because, as you said, React Native is still growing. It's still being updated. So we need a great upgrade experience, right? That makes just complete sense. Awesome. So what would be one key takeaway for like all the audience that you would like them to take back home after your talk? Maybe Tommy now?
Want to do it?
I'm sure you can.
Well, I don't know. Like, Microsoft shares your pain, the community's pain of, like upgrading and all sorts of issues that you're seeing. And we're trying to contribute back. We're trying to improve the situation by making new tools and sharing it with the community. And also we're looking forward, right? Like, how do we make this easier for people to use? How do we make it so that you can focus on your product, right? Because that's what's important, not like wrangling with your tools and making things work. And so that's, yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. If you are screwing a screw, you don't want the screwdriver to be broken, right? You just want to do the thing.
Exactly.
Great. Now a little bit of our conference-wise question, if that's all right. So in general, what is your impression of this year's conference edition?
I'm loving it. I'm so happy to be back. The last time I was in person at RNEU Europe was only 2018. I had to skip for a number of different reasons, 2019 and 2022. But it's so nice to be back. It's also the same place, so it very feels like coming back and seeing everyone again. It's great.
Great. How about you, Tommy?
Yeah, so I've been on several of React Native EU instances, and so but my last one was in 2019, just before COVID hit.
All right.
So I was really disappointed I couldn't join the other editions, but this is where you should be, right? Like this is
obviously.
yeah.
If you're not here, where the hell are you, right? All right. So one sentence to describe this year's edition. That's a tough one.
Okay, I think this one we can answer both. I think for me, the one sentence is, this conference proves that the community is stronger than ever.
I love it. All right.
Yeah, I don't think I can pass that. That's really good. Yeah.
Awesome. So one last question, and you're free to go. What would be your message to the next year's attendees or people who are thinking to join next year's edition?
Our talk this year was about something that maybe next year will be there. So be there and see if we actually made it.
All right. All right. Thank you very much, guys. It was a pleasure.
It was a pleasure.
If you liked what you've just heard, check out more of the conference content. Follow us on social media, subscribe to our newsletter, and see you at React Native EU 2024.